So Jake, apparently there's this word that's going around these days called viral. There's viral songs, viral videos.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
There needs to be a word.
Yeah. And so apparently there's this video that's been going viral lately that I saw of this woman. She was in her backyard and this bear like starts climbing up the fence and like these 4 dogs were there in her backyard and she like runs up, like pushes the bear down, like this huge like mama bear pushes the bear down and like shoos her dogs off to safety. And I just watched that and thought, I didn't think like that's sweet. I didn't think that was courageous. I just thought, no way would I ever even get close to doing that. Like unless the dog had $1 million in his stomach, that the only way we could get it out is if he was alive and defecated it. That's great. Then yeah, maybe.
Yeah, if you had $1 million, but also ziplocked in to where it was like it wasn't going to get me nasty afterwards because I don't want a nasty $1 million.
Yeah, I don't want to clean that.
Okay, so she just shoves the bear away. Like the bear is trying to eat her dogs or something.
Like she blitzed the A gap, just shoved the bear down. But the bear is a lot bigger than her. Like it was like a safety blitzing the A gap. And the offensive guard fell back for a second, but got up with the vengeance and was like trying to get back up again. I think she pushes him back again, shoos the dogs away. And one of the dogs was like a teacup, like, like a really tiny little thing.
Oh, because I'm imagining like maybe these dogs are being cast in the next Air Bud, next Homeward Bound remake.
No,
they're TikTok famous.
No yellow dogs, no black dogs. I don't care what it is.
No, I don't care if the dogs were gay, lesbian, or overweight. I'm not saving them.
No. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts of white. Two Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners Podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners Podcast. Yeah, come on.
Here we are. Episode 110. If you're listening to this at midnight on YouTube right now, then you are just a couple hours behind Brad and I.
Yeah, 7:38 p.m. in the Central Standard Time Zone here on a Sunday night. Is this the latest, like closest we've ever recorded to releasing?
I think, yeah, from what I know, in 110 episodes.
I'm sure we've done a Sunday before, but I don't remember it.
But not Sunday, like evening, like not after the news Sunday.
No, not after they gave us the weather, 10 and 2s.
But I'm glad we're doing this because we could have done it like Wednesday afternoon.
Right.
But we knew so much was going to happen between now and Wednesday. We're like, we should wait. It's going to be worth it. And like, I think you got the Vibes t-shirt on. I'm feeling the vibes. I just landed back in Kansas City and we got so much to talk about. So much has happened.
So much has happened, dude. It's been a busy week. I'm really glad in hindsight. Yeah, I'm really glad that we did it like this because whatever that was Tuesday when we were talking about it, like I kind of felt bad. I was like, I think I got to record either like late, like Sunday, or we got to record like tomorrow. And you were like, I was saying the same thing. We got to wait.
Because you had a fence building project.
Yeah, we had a fence building project. Big fence. We had a bunch of Catherine's family in town. Seven people came and stayed at our house.
At your house.
We have a very modestly sized house. It's a great, good old fashioned Midwest ranch. It's not like there's extra beds lying around, but we made it work. It was great.
And what do I want to say? From what I know about Catherine's family, or just from what I know about adults in general, you can afford a hotel room if you're an adult.
Yeah, it was not about the money. I don't think it was the money. Honestly, I don't know. Catherine's family, if you're listening, because I know a lot of them do, let me know how you felt about this. Because I was like an advocate, like, no, we should all stay together. Like,
you were?
I thought it'd be really fun. Like growing up, we always went to Thanksgiving at my grandma's house. My mom's one of 6 girls. And so like tiny house, lots of people. Big fun time. And so
sounds like a Laura Ingalls Wilder book title. Big little family, house. Little time together, right. Good fun.
Thanksgiving in Dodge City. Yeah. And so, like I slept on the couch for the last 3 nights, but I liked it.
You dog.
Yeah, nice. It was
fun. Real quick, speaking of Thanksgiving, we were at this arcade bar last night at 1 a.m. They actually shut the place down because like COVID is still like, it's different up in Washington. It's a lot more rampant. I don't know, whatever. But they let Trey and I and Alan stay in there and just play all these games. Sorry, this is coming back to Thanksgiving. Yeah. We're in the middle of just like, all of us are sweating, trying to beat the Papa Shot record. And this girl comes up, hey, y'all. No, she didn't say y'all. Hey, you guys. We've been doing a thing here at Gamers. Every Sunday, we celebrate a new holiday that we missed out on last year. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Do one of you guys want to make a hand turkey?
at 1 a.m.
Yeah. And we're all just like, I don't know, just the vibe. I mean, the vibe was opposite of hand
turkey. You guys
turkey.
were very like intent on this game, like playing.
We've all got drinks. We're all like, just having such a bro time together. Do you guys want to make a hand turkey? And Trey and I don't say a word. And then Alan's like, yeah, I'd love to. So Alan went over and made a hand turkey.
Alan's got to recognize his role in the team. He's the piano player that like doesn't say a word the entire show.
And has to take something for the team.
Every once in a while, yeah, he's going to get all the privileges you guys get, but he's going to have to make a hand turkey now and then.
Gosh, right? I didn't even write that down. I'm so glad you said Thanksgiving. I would have never brought that up.
That's such a random thing, yeah.
Do you want to make a hand turkey? Sure.
Yeah, I'm 5. I'm 3 or whatever it is. Like, oh, that's awesome. But yeah, Fence was great. First of all, let me say, I love having a daughter, and I'd be great if I had all daughters and one boy for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. But it is really cool having a bunch of brothers just come up from Texas and just like, we knocked out this fence, like a pretty big fence in a day, basically.
Really?
And it was like, this is why you have boys right here. This is it.
This is it.
It was just amazing. Yeah. There were 5 of us men working, mending the fence. And, yeah, it was great. The only downside I will say is, it's tough to poop when there's that many people in your house.
Okay.
Because our bathroom situation, tiny bathrooms anyway, pretty close proximity to every other room in the house.
Good water pressure though.
Great. Yeah. That's like an airplane water pressure on those bad boys. But even like the toilet is like right next to the doors. Like, it's not like you're like, maybe he's pooping, maybe he's not. It's like, right there, and so I was waking up 5:30 in the morning, pooping right before my shower, going to bed late at night. Like, I'm going to sneak one in real quick now.
Gonna go to Quick Trip real quick.
Yeah. Hey guys, if anybody want a Sonic happy hour, it took you about 45 minutes to get those drinks. Yeah. No, that was probably the toughest thing, was just the shower, the bathroom situation in general was like, got to respect my schedules. So respect the sketch. So, but
sounds
anyway,
like a tough weekend.
Yeah, no, it was great, man. It was really fun. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, multiple of my friends, whenever I said they're all staying at our house, they're like, could they get a hotel? And like, my parents were out of town. My parents were like, they can stay at our house 20 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
But we were like, no, let's do it together.
Big family, little house.
Great fun. So
that's it.
Anyway, but yeah, that's the big, most recent thing. Really feel accomplished getting that fence done. And I think it was kind of a stressor on my life a little bit. I think that combined, like the prep work for like hosting 7 people at our tiny house, combined with hosting Ghostrunners fans in Kansas City.
2 weekends in a row.
Yeah. Combined with then paying for this fence and like building it right and everything. Like, it was like a lot of things that were like, I don't want any of these things to go poorly. I want these all to be great, but it was, I think, I just was a little bit stressed. So I'm feeling good about the future after getting all that stuff done. So
what are you doing next weekend?
Next weekend, I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. That's not true. I know what I'm doing tomorrow, but usually I don't know. I don't think anything. So
little sneak preview for the Ghostrunners listeners, except not really a preview at all. Just a tasting, just a little wine tasting.
Just a quick appetize.
Brad and I have some exciting stuff going on in our lives outside of Ghostrunners, but still in the realm of content creation.
Yeah.
And we'll probably let you guys know in a week or 2.
Yeah, that's what I said that's what I'm doing tomorrow, that's what I know.
What?
I was trying to add on to your preview of like, that's what I know I know what I'm doing tomorrow, because that's what it is.
That.
But what is it exactly?
What is it? The people who are at the live studio audience, they know.
They know.
The patrons will know this week.
Okay.
Everyone else will know.
So get on that Patreon subscription.
In probably like 2 weeks when it's time.
It's going to be fun.
When it gets released.
It's going to be awesome.
That's a good time. Let's talk about open mic night.
Let's talk about it. That's part of the reason we're like Tuesday night, like we were at Top Golf together. We're like, well, Wednesday we're going to open mic. We got to wait till after that.
We're going to have some stuff from open mic night. Also, real quick, Tuesday night Top Golf.
It's becoming a thing.
We got recognized.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And we met the Secretary of State. Maybe.
That was pretty funny. No, he wasn't there.
A girl named Catherine came up and recognized me. And I think she listens to the podcast from time to time.
Yeah, she's like, "Are you Jake Triplett?" And I kind of rolled my eyes. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this guy." And she's like, "I listen to your podcast," and I was like, "Crap, I should probably be nice now." But I was already like you were over here. I was in one of those like high chair things in Top Golf, and I was like, my back was to her, and so it was like I'm already invested going this way. So it was like I heard that she was like a podcast listener. I was like, oh,
let me turn around.
Nice. But I didn't know it was just too late, So
she was there with like some coworkers, and she, I took a couple pictures or whatever, and then I was like, "Where do you guys all work?" And she said, the Secretary of State.
Yeah.
And then Brad was like, is this him?
Yeah, I was
is
like,
Secretary of State?
Because she's like, Kevin here is a huge Trey Kennedy fan. He's got tickets to your guys' show coming up in Kansas City. TreyKennedy.com for anybody who wants to buy them.
/tour.
And you know, they're like, yeah, we work for the Secretary of State's office. I was like, wait a second, is Kevin the Secretary of State? Like, I should probably know that.
Who's our SOC? SOS.
Yeah. SOS, please come help me. But it was not Kevin. It was somebody else.
We're pretty sure it's not Kevin.
No.
But hey, Kevin, if you're listening, thanks for all you do.
You keep the wheels turning for the SOS
Yeah.
office.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kevin.gov.
Kevin.gov. Check out that website.
But anyway, yeah, Tuesday night, Top Golf, good times.
Fun times.
Wednesday night, Brad did his first ever set as a comedian.
Yeah, so let's set the scene here. It's at this tiny, like, I don't know how big of a thing to describe it. It's just small. Like,
it's a room.
I bet full capacity, 100 people. Full capacity.
I mean, very jam-packed 100 people.
Last Wednesday, 30 people. We'll say.
And 27 were comedians.
27 were comedians. We know exactly how many numbers there were because we get there at 7:35. They told us 7:30 to 8 o'clock is going to be the sign up time. We're like, great.
That's what the website.com says. Now, if Kevin was running the website, probably been more accurate.
Would have been accurate because it was actually 7 to 7:30. So we get there. They'd already signed everybody up. They put everybody's name in, drew it out of a hat to get an order. And so they're like, well, we usually cap it at 7:30, but I guess we can make an exception for you guys. And of course, I'm like, finally getting the courage to like come to one of these things.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be like asked to not do it.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll never do this again. You know, like whatever. But they're like, we can put you guys at the very end. And Jake, you made a funny joke about that. Do you remember that?
What did I say?
You were just like, oh, Brad, they're having us headline.
Yeah, we're headlining. This is awesome.
And I was like, that's fine. It'll give us a lot of time to like see everybody else. And so we were literally the 26th and 27th person to go. And by the time we went, there was 9 people out there. Like maybe at the beginning,
you
of
got
my
a couple
set,
more than I did too.
But what does it say to me? So I go up there at the, you know, and like halfway through my set, I think Jake said like, yeah, almost like 10 people went outside.
And it wasn't because of anything you were doing. It was just like one of their buddies had just performed. And I think once he was like ready to go, they all left with him.
Were like, we're done with you. Yeah. So where do we even start?
It was awesome because, okay, Brad had texted me the day of, just like, anything else I need to know? Just like, I think it was like some specific questions you had. And you're like, also, what's the vibe on like starting it off with just like 30 seconds of Jock jams? Which I definitely thought was a joke. I responded with a quote from The Office. I said, what
did you say? I don't remember that.
Karen, like, it's actually a pretty common fantasy, which doesn't even make that much sense.
I was confused what that meant when you said that.
It's a deep track.
Okay.
Yeah. Karen says that to Michael and like all the girls at the mall.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I responded with that, but yeah, 30 seconds of Jock jams. Yeah, it's actually a pretty common fantasy. Well, Brad and I have not talked about what we're going to say.
No.
We kind of want to surprise each other. Brad gets up there. I'm recording him. I'm so excited. Venmo me $100 and I'll send you the video. And Brad
I'd like royalties on that video.
And just grabs the mic and he's like, Kansas City, how we doing?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the next 10 times I go. I guarantee you.
I couldn't believe it. I'd never seen that before.
that was kind of my idea. I was like, I'm just gonna do something that's like so different than anybody else. Like that's like kind of awkward, but also like, who is this guy? What's this guy doing?
I mean, I went back and watched the video and like people are clapping.
Yeah. And my idea was like, I'm going to do it until people like get into it. Like
if this is most of my time, then so be it.
And that was going to be part of my joke. Honestly, I thought it was only 3 minutes that we had. And so I was going to be like, yeah, you know, I always said if I ever got to do stand-up comedy, I was going to spend the first 30 seconds of my precious 3 minutes of time reciting Jock Jams Volume 4, you know, whatever, something like that. And then they were like, you have 5 minutes actually. So that psyched me out a little bit.
You're like, now I can do more of the song.
Yeah. You guys say, yeah. You guys say, hey. Yeah. But yeah, so let's rewind a little bit on the comedy night.
Okay.
The comedian, I don't know if anybody has ever been to one of these things, ever performed in one of these things, but it was like so dark, right? Like that was part of it for me. That was like at first I felt compelled to laugh at people because I felt bad when they would make jokes that were not funny. Halfway through, I was like, I'm done giving these people any kind of praise for these terribly inappropriate jokes that are just like, they were just trying to like say something so vulgar that people would laugh at it.
It was all just like shock value comedy, not even really punchlines, but just like, what's the most absurd thing I can say like in a room full of people?
Right. Like some of the things, like most of the things I'm never going to repeat in my life.
We literally can't. Like I would love to tell you just how shocking it is, but I don't want to say those things out loud.
So
it was crazy.
It was crazy. And that's why I think I really regret going second to last is because the whole time I was like, these people are laughing at those jokes. My jokes are about being a dad of 2 kids and being an overweight, guy. Like they're not going to laugh at my stuff at all compared to what this stuff is.
Exactly. Because I had remembered when I'd gone before, I'd been twice before to this room, like a year and a half ago. And I remember like for the most part, everyone is bad. But I forgot like the type of content that everyone else is doing, the type of material. And it is so different. And it is like, we both agreed the same thing. By the end of the night, it's like, I don't know how helpful this is. Like if there's not going to be just a bunch of like random, just like citizens there not performing, just like normal people there, then it's not going to be helpful to us to know if this is funny or not.
Right.
For instance, the stuff I did, I mean, got little to no laughs.
Yeah.
And I was performing for 6 people. So granted, that's tough. But I mean, seriously, almost no laughs for an entire like 4 minutes. And then I was confident enough to like do those in Spokane. And like, they were some of my favorite jokes to do. One, because they're new.
Right.
And 2, just like, it was hitting and like people were loving it.
Yeah. And so it's like, I think it's more the muscle memory of like getting up there and doing something, getting after it than just like actually gauging how funny that joke was, because this is not our crowd at all.
Exactly.
So,
it's good to give you a reason to write stuff and get some stage presence. But as far as the material itself, you just got to trust yourself. You just got to be like, this is funny with the right crowd. This will work, whatever.
I am motivated to go back there though. And
are you? I'm done, dude.
I just want to like, I want to like make a whole room of like really vulgar people laugh at something super clean. That is like my main motivation in life right now. It's like, not really my main motivation, but it's Hattie, Bo making the rhino laugh.
No, that's awesome. Good for you. I mean, I think you should keep doing it.
I think I might do the Jock Jams every time and just have a different punchline for that joke every time.
The Jock Jams guy.
Yeah.
Dude, why not? That's great.
Like kind of a traditional, like that he's going to get up there because at the 5th, 6th time I do it, everyone's going to be so into it. Like, here he comes.
Yeah, why not? That's amazing. The more I think
you got
about
5 minutes. 5 minutes is way longer than 3. So
it is.
It's like 2 minutes longer. 40%.
Yeah, 120 seconds.
Yep.
That's correct. All right, so I did a thing. I hate that I phrased it like that. I sound like a white girl who just got a haircut. That's not what you meant by.
You did get a nice haircut this week.
A little project. We both did. Yours was before the basketball game.
Mine was
shortly after.
Mine was a while back. Yeah.
But I pretty early on, I was like, oh, wow. Yeah, these people are just like really, really bad. And obviously I'm not going to like dox them. Like this guy's name was Gerald Ferguson or whatever. But I pretty early on to the night, I started a note in my phone called favorite punchlines. And granted, 60 to 70% of my favorite ones are too inappropriate to say on the podcast. So I only wrote down the clean ones and I've sent this list to Brad.
Yeah.
And should we just go back and forth and say some of our favorite ones from the night?
Yeah. How about the second one? We'll just give you a quick preface on the second one. The second one is this guy that literally just got up there and just like screamed nonsensical things. And people were dying laughing at him.
It was like a very strange performance piece. It wasn't really comedy. It was like some sort of like speech. Like
he was airing out some grievances or something.
Yeah. It was just like, Ed, what's the deal with Christmas? I gotta see my family at Christmas.
Yeah.
And then he just move on to the next topic really quickly.
He would laugh at himself. And you think that was funny.
He would cover his own mouth because of how it was weird. It's hard to paint the picture of how strange this was.
I think bad comedy is funny, but this was like so bad that it wasn't even funny. Like there's like different levels of that. You know what I mean?
Which that's what was funny too. We need to mention that Isaac showed up and he wanted to come see us.
Right.
Isaac showed about halfway through, and Brad and I, for the most part, we're keeping to ourselves. We're just quiet. Like when everyone gets done, we'll clap for him. But Isaac gets there and he can't help it. Like the first punchline that just doesn't hit.
I couldn't help it at first either. Yeah.
It's pretty like jarring to hear a punchline just make the room silent. And Isaac just goes, he just pierced the room with his laugh because of how bad it was. It was awesome. And then it made me crack up. The next thing you know, we're all just laughing at Isaac laughing at him.
Well, I learned that I'm a kind of a silent laugher anyway. I'm more of a...
Yeah.
And so there were times where I was like, that was funny.
That was kind of funny. Yeah.
But I felt weird, like audibly laughing when I wasn't really wanting to audibly laugh.
Yeah.
But I was like, I enjoyed that joke. I don't know. So sometimes I'd be like, that was good. I'd say something like that. That was pretty good.
I don't think I ever talked about this on the podcast, but there was a guy at one of the Greenville shows last month who he was sitting front row. I think you might have, I don't know if I put it on my story, but the Greenville show, I mean, people sat at your feet. I mean, they were so close.
Yeah.
And I caught the guy several times, like in my head, I'm noticing it and I hadn't said anything yet, but he would keep leaning over to his friend like, that was funny. That was good. And eventually after like the 4th time, I just called him out. I was like, Are you guys also hearing this words of affirmation guy in the front row? Just like, dude, not only well thought of joke, well delivered too. You guys hearing this?
Yeah.
You kind of misdirected me.
Right.
And at the end, you surprised me with what you said. And for that reason, I thought it was funny. He just only uses words, like no laughing at all. He was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Brad, you should say the punchline from the Screamo guy.
All right.
This one's so good.
He's like, ah.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good impersonation right
Thank
there.
you.
Yeah, that's good.
Halfway through the night, if I would have prepared this more, I wanted to just roast everyone during my set.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to take like the worst parts of everything and like make fun of like whatever, like different things about everybody. Don't think that would have gone over well, but I think it would have been pretty
I
epic.
had that same thought, but I was like, are these people who are even going to be here going to know what I'm even doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they stayed for the whole time.
Like, but if you could do that right in a row, like, wait a second, was he just doing me? And now he's doing this person? Now he's doing that?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Now he's doing Jock Jams again.
Now he's back to Jock Jams. Okay.
Okay, recite this punchline.
I've got a great pee guy. I guess he's the best pee. James Earl Jones. Who's got the worst pee? Walt Disney. That's what he did. I promise that's exactly what he did.
That was how it was delivered. And that is, if you need to know the transcript there, I've got a great pee guy. I'll get you the best pee. James Earl Jones. Who's got the worst pee? Walt Disney. That was a joke.
And some people were loving it.
People laughed at it.
And I was like, this is your king? So
here's one of my favorites. So I've got a major Peter Pan complex, which means that I think that I'm 22 and that I'm going to stay 22, even though I have the body of someone who's 22.
Silence.
What's that mean? I don't get it.
Let's see what I've got written down. It says, riff about Scooby-Doo. Would that be all right with you guys? I don't think he even did it. I don't think he riffed. Did he? I don't think he's... Or no, it was a girl.
It was a girl. Remember
she did kind of riff about like how they were all really attractive people in Scooby-Doo or something.
Yeah, she's like, it was a sexy show.
Yeah.
All of them, even Scooby.
Like, why are you trying? Why are you trying to fit that round peg in a square hole or whatever?
It was interesting. I mean, so much of it was interesting. One, how many people would just like look at their phone or look down at their notebook, like, let's see what else I got written down in here.
I wish I would have done that. I totally forgot like 2 minutes of my thing that I was going to say. So
and sometimes Trey and I get a little self-conscious, or we just try to be very respectful of the comedy scene because we know we've kind of taken a shortcut to it. We want to respect like the industry we're in and like do it the right way. But then I go to these open mic nights, other people just like reading off their notes app while they're up there. I'm like, they're not showing any kind of respect. And this is like, I mean, they would love this. They're here every Wednesday.
Sure,
it's surprising.
Yeah.
It was also surprising, just like the first 5 women or the first 5 people that went up there were just like lesbians with like arm sleeves. It was like a cookie cutout of the same person.
It was a very different scene. Like, yeah, I'm sitting in my khaki shorts and New Balance shoes, and I'm like, these people are not gonna like me. Like, there was a guy that said he was homeless. I believed him.
I think he might have been homeless.
Yeah, like he was like kind of making jokes about it, but I'm like, I think this dude's homeless.
It looks like he wouldn't smell great.
It was very different than the scene that Jake went to in Spokane.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Anyway,
what about
nothing wrong with lesbians with arm sleeves? It was just 5 for 5 right off the bat. It was like maybe I shouldn't go up there.
If you're a liberal and you support drag queens, I think you're a hypocrite. What about drag peasants?
But that was a good one.
That was a good one. And that they would always acknowledge like how bad they were. They'd be like,
I know.
I guess that one wasn't good.
Okay, so you guys don't like those kind of jokes. All right. We do something else.
And I told Jake, I was like, I am not going to do that.
No, you shouldn't. You don't like when you're doing comedy, you want to appear in control the whole time.
Right.
That's like the main thing. Like you're in charge, you're in control. Even when you're talking to the crowd, they cannot. And so when you admit defeat, you're like, oh man. All right. So that one, all right, that's fine. We can do it. You just never want to backtrack at all. We had a lot of bisexual content at the night.
Sure.
I couldn't write a lot of it down, but here's one that was shocking that she said this on a stage. They say 1/3 of every bisexual high schooler will attempt to kill themselves. So I guess they're getting rid of the problem.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember her saying that.
Can you believe that someone said that?
Somebody said, I need to stop dating bisexual girls who are way more into Hamilton than I am. I do kind of remember that guy.
I don't get it, but
I don't either.
This one also made me uncomfortable and just the worst delivery of all time. All right, here. You guys seeing this? They're saying 40 is the new 30.
Yeah.
I say 15 is the new 18. Clap if you agree. You should, first of all, never say clap if you agree at a comedy show. What is this? Like, I don't know, like a live auction or something?
I'm going to be a clap if you agree guy.
And then also, is this a pedophilia joke? Like, is that the punchline? Like, you're into 15-year-olds?
I think so.
And you're 40 years old? That's the joke? Oh, it's brutal.
This one's actually, I like this one. I've always been scared to die of a murder-suicide. That's why I only date girls with dyslexia.
Oh, no, that one's bad. It doesn't even make sense. Dyslexic people don't get like words mixed up. They get letters mixed up. It makes no sense.
But if he did it on purpose, like if, I don't know. I think that could be like a double funny joke. Anyway.
All right, I'll do one last one. Oh, wait, hold on. One other one I wrote down. The guy was bombing so bad. And then this made me laugh so hard. He was just like, Mayday, Mayday, we're going down. I was like, yes, that's funny. That was good.
Oh, man.
Okay, last punchline. So, everyone, this is my impression of how John Mayer responds when someone asks him how he wants to get high. Gravity. Bong.
Anybody?
Right?
Isaac's like, yeah, that's a good one.
It was so bad.
Oh,
over
man.
and over and over again.
Overall, though, I had fun. I had fun at the end of the night. I was glad I went.
I was glad we did it. It took forever. It was a long night.
I say I had fun. I don't know if I really felt like I was having fun at the moment, though. Actually, now I think about it. Oh, can we talk about the poetic beauty of the whole night?
I can't believe we almost didn't talk about this.
So like we said, there are 30 people there. And we think pretty specifically 30 people, 27 of them being performers.
3 extras. And then later, Isaac and his friend came.
Okay, so
Friday.
32. Yeah.
So I'm doing all new material. I wrote some new stuff. And some of it is like... I was trying to find like a reason to, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Basically, I had some jokes, but I couldn't think of like how to set it up. And so what I ended up going with was talking about like, it was like just made up stories about like my ex-girlfriend. That seemed like I don't know, what's like a good analogy? That seemed like the shoehorn to get my foot in the joke shoe.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I think I've heard Jerry Seinfeld say something similar to that. Clearly, I don't know what kind of analogy to use. Basically, whatever.
I just learned the term shoehorn like a month ago.
What, the term or like the actual like apparatus?
Oh, is a shoehorn the thing that like helps you get? Is that the thing that slips you in?
It's
okay. All right, in the show. Anybody?
Walt Disney's pee, huh? It slips in. You're pretty good at doing that guy.
I know. I think I could do impersonations of everybody right away. I think I could watch that guy.
You say
and then
wide away?
I could do it wide away, guys. I promise.
I could do it wide awake and I could do it wide now.
I'm wide away. Are you saying you're right away? No, I'm wide away. Anyway,
whatever.
Shoehorn.
We've covered the shoehorn plenty. All I'm trying to say is this whole like 4-minute bit that I'm doing revolves around like, I dated this one girl, and because of that, these funny stories and jokes happened. But it's all made up. You know, it's just all like jokes I've written. Well, there are 3 extra people, which Brad has hinted at, that are at this event. One of them, front row, is my ex, and she is there.
Yep.
And didn't have time beforehand to be like, hey, you're going to hear some things tonight. They're not true. I didn't have time to say that. And so one of the 6 people that I'm performing for is the main character in the story.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking her dead in the eyes, been like, you think this is funny?
You get it?
Clap if you agree.
It was just amazing. Like, why would she come to this thing? Like it was one of her friend's birthdays, but like, oh, it was amazing. I was like, of course. And it
was crazy, the circumstance.
And it was like a year and a half after like you went for the first time to this comedy club. It's not like you like go every week. And so you have high probabilities of her coming. It was like the 1 week you're there, she's also there. Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, I think it was her first time. It was my first time in a year and a half.
Oh, man.
So good stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know if you had fun. I had fun.
No, it was fun. We all talked afterwards. It was really great. It was a fun time. We're back together. We're doing great. No,
big announcement. Yeah.
It was a real 180 for us. We needed that.
Oh, man.
Okay, what to talk about next? Isaac fell down the stairs this week. That was pretty funny.
Dude, that's my kind of humor, is physical failing humor that's not like too detrimental to somebody.
It was almost better too. Like I was in my room and I couldn't see it, but I could just hear it. Just the like, like hitting 6 different stairs.
Did he make a noise at the end?
I think a little. Little one of those, because I mean, poor guy's already got back issues, so I'm sure it didn't feel great. But
those are some narrow stairs, or some like thin. I go sideways usually.
Yeah, you got to tilt your feet 45 degrees.
100%.
Even more sometimes.
I'm 55, straight 60. 90. I'm like going up like in ski school when you learn how to like shift up the mountain.
Oh, sure.
Horizontally. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know what shift
up the mountain means.
Like you're like vertical on the mountain and you're just like moving your feet that way. That's what I'm on the stairs. I'm like 90ing. Anyway,
good for you. I wouldn't have pegged you for a guy who went to ski school.
Oh yeah, 3rd grade, went to ski school. I held up
at the Snow Creek.
No, in Colorado.
Good for you. West
of Kansas. Yeah, and just like held up, like everyone else was doing just fine with those little like stepping up the mountain. Not Big Brad. Like my family's like, oh, Brad, you're athletic. You play lots of sports. You'll be fine at skiing. But like, let's do a ski school anyway. And I don't think I have skied since. I don't have any interest.
Don't want to do that way now.
No way. I'll go tubing.
Tubing's great.
It is great. Okay, so Isaac fell down the stairs.
I just want you to know that Isaac fell down the stairs.
Paint the picture for me a little more. Was it late at night?
11:30 at night. Harrison is in his room. I'm in my room. We all like just kind of said goodnight to each other. We high-fived in the hallway. And I'm laying down, and then Isaac, just like. It was awesome. So
my freshman year, it was classic, like freshman year move. I had a 7:30 a.m. class, I think on a Monday.
You don't know any better.
Yeah. It's like, gosh, what am I doing? It was like on the other side of campus. But I went to breakfast beforehand at the dining hall, and the dining hall stairs, like there were probably like 20 of them down. I fell down at least 10.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That has to hurt.
It was bottom. It was on my booty. It was on my tuchus, but took us down. But it was like, and it was like 7:10 in the morning. So I'm like half asleep, and like no one else was around, luckily, but I was just like, oh, that's the worst. So I feel for Isaac, but that's gotta be top 10 worst things to happen in your life. Like is falling downstairs.
Downstairs, yeah. Like, I haven't done it yet. I mean, it's just a matter of time, but I've not yet to fall downstairs.
Do you think you fell down head first? that's like, because that's when you really get momentum on it, right? Like
you go from feet first to head first, like your body propels you forward. I don't know how he felt. I wish he's playing the same volleyball right now. Maybe if he gets home in time, we can have him recreate it by the end of the episode, or maybe a Patreon video. Yeah, have him recreate it. I don't know how he felt. I think Harris went out to check on him. I just yelled, "Did you just fall down the stairs?" Yeah.
Poor guy. Oh man. Let's see. I have a few different things. Little mediocre life update for you. My son Bo, walking like a champ.
Oh, that happened while I was gone?
He's literally a toddler now. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, every once in a while he'll crawl still, but I mean, he's just toddling around.
Waddling.
Yeah, so that's fun. Went to 2 different barbecue places this week.
Cool.
Good times. First one we went to Joe's, and right after we got our food, like literally 3 minutes after, the power went out. Did you hear about the power going out?
Isaac sent me like a pretty funny video of just like how he was alone in this house and can't get a hold of anyone. And it's just like, I guess I'm just going to sit here and eat my Chipotle in the dark.
I think it was like 20,000 homes in Kansas City went out.
That's
from
not
like
bad.
This explosion, pretty close to our house actually.
Cool.
And Joe's was one of them. And and Joe's has usually a very long line, like a lot of times out the door. So there's all these people waiting in line. Power goes out and they can't do it. Like the workers can't do anything. Yeah. They're like, we're really sorry, but our meat slicers don't work. Our fryers don't work.
Yeah.
We'd offer you a drink. We can give you tea, but you can't have any ice in it. Like it was like pretty awkward. And so like, we're literally like just about to like starting to eat our food. And all these people, I felt like we were like these bad guys for no reason.
Yeah.
But like we were eating in front of these people who never got their food. So as they left, they're like, we can give you a free bottle of sauce.
Ooh.
And we were like, cool, thank you. But yeah, it was out. Like, I think he was out here for like 5 or 6 hours. Like, it was out for a long time here. It wasn't out that long at our house, but it was out at our house. It was out at Joe's, like the original Joe's. Like it was like a large.
It was like the energy plant had an explosion, right?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
sounds dangerous.
I think it was from too much AC. Honestly, like too many people running their AC at the same time. It was
that can
so
explode.
Hot. I don't know if it was like an explosion. Yeah, they used the word explosion, but other people said like it blew up transmitter.
Transgender.
Yeah. 1/3 of never mind. So that was kind of crazy. And Henry came by and planted a peach tree. Did I tell you a little bit about this?
I think you just I don't know what you said exactly. You told me that Catherine had texted you. Or something. Like,
I love
Henry
Henry
over here.
Yeah. So he was like, he came by one time as he does, and he's like non sequitur, like, you guys ever want a peach tree? Or like, I was like, I know Catherine well enough to be like, I know she would say yes to anything like that. So I was like, yeah. She's like, I've been propagating a peach tree, which I don't really know what that means. I think it means like taking seeds,
praying over it.
Yeah. I've just been prop betting this peach tree.
It is the propitiation of our peach trees. I think that's the word he
Song
was
of
looking
Solomon.
for.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No, but he but Catherine's like, I don't really know exactly if I am going to plant this wrong. Cause Henry had all these pieces of advice. Like, you want to make sure you don't get dug too deep, whatever, do it on this kind of day. And so I was like, do you want to just come over and do it with Catherine? Like help out. And so Catherine's like not excited about Henry coming over. Like she's like, can you please be here while he comes? I'm like, sorry, I'm out. I'm not going to be there in time, whatever. She texted me like an hour later, like, I love Henry. Like,
nice.
So I guess they had great conversation about all these different things, but we have this peach tree. I bet you could drive to my house and you would not even recognize it if I told you to look for a peach tree. It is so tiny.
We've planted a lot of trees at the Triplet household, and they don't look like trees at first.
I mean, it's 2 feet tall, 3 feet
years.
Tall. Yeah.
Before it looks like a tree.
Oh, but Henry said this thing's going to sprout up like crazy.
Oh, because he propagated it.
He propagated. Yeah. He wants you to plant the peach tree. So, but I also wrote down another thing from our conversation, me and Henry. We got talking about, it doesn't matter, all sorts of different things about Arkansas versus Tennessee. Apparently there was this huge fight between the coaches after they played one time.
Ooh.
And, he's talking about like, the Tennessee coach, he's an Italian guy, and the Italians, they got a little bit of they got a little bit of a fire to him. He's like, his name's Tony Vitello, the coach Tony Vitello. Like, I'm supposed to know who that is. And but he's like, I grew up in Chicago. And, he's like, there's Polish, there's Irish, and there's Italian, and those Italian guys, they're crazy. But he talked about a few different people. First of all, he talked about the Sullivans. Like, there's Sullivans, they're a bunch of Irish guys. They just drink like crazy. They're, it's like classic Irish guys. But then specifically this guy, his name that he used was Giuseppe Lolino.
Ooh, how's your mom, Giuseppe?
He's like, there was this one guy, Giuseppe Lolino. We called him Joe for short. And I mean, he was crazy, Brad. You did not want to get in a fight with him. He's like, his family, they make that schmecka. He's like, the schmecka sausage. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, when did Henry become like a Jewish guy from Coney Island? Like, what is he talking about?
Schmecka. I was like, that definitely sounds more like a Jewish thing than an Italian thing. And maybe I'm getting this story completely wrong, but I just love the name Giuseppe Lolino.
Giuseppe Lolino. It could be like a Santo Max arch nemesis.
Yes.
You better not be buying cars from Giuseppe.
I don't want to hear you going across state line and getting the crap deal from Joe Lolino over here. Yeah. His Mazdas are flood damage from Katrina. That's a Katrina car. I promise you. You think that Miata just got that way? It's so cheap just out of nowhere? I don't know. Something like that. Is that good? But anyway, Henry's alive and well. I really was hoping he was going to come by while Catherine's family was in town so they could all meet him, but to no avail.
Dang.
So, anyway.
That's too bad.
Yeah. You got anything else?
Yeah. Everyone's back. Wait, did it just turn off? No, just a quick moment of silence for Henry. Yeah, I mean, I went to Spokane and back.
Holy cow.
I was waiting for you to ask.
I'm really sorry. I genuinely am very sorry that I haven't asked about this yet. Jake, tell me about your time in Spokane. Washington.
Trending topic number one is
yes,
Ghostrunners fans are the best.
Really?
And I hung out with so many of them for such a long period of time, more than I've ever done.
Oh, wow.
So this might be a thing that happens in the future, but I don't want to make any promises.
Yeah. Don't set those expectations, but
but it just, just like the people that seem to be like into our podcast are just so cool and so easy to hang out with. And so I've just been saying yes to more invitations and things. And I met so many people. I tried to write down all their names. I remember I'm Augustine and Karen. Okay. Two names you wouldn't think be married to each other, but they are.
Giuseppe Lolino and Karen. Yeah.
They were awesome.
Augustine also doesn't sound like a Washington kind of guy.
Yeah. I don't know where he's from.
Maybe like Naples or something like that.
Perhaps. But he was there at the show and a U-Haul Vibe shirt.
Oh, nice.
We took a picture together. I felt it. It's a soft shirt, Brad.
Is it? Okay.
It's a soft shirt.
It's crazy that other people have more of our merch than we do.
Yeah, I mean, I literally had that thought. I was like, wow, this is soft.
Yeah.
And this is my shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, this is cool.
Nice.
They were like the sweetest. They were really, really awesome. I also met some guys, and I know like 1.5 of their names, even though I spent more time with them than anyone else.
Dude, but once you hit a certain like time, like point in the conversation, it's like I can't ask again.
And one of the guys doesn't have Instagram, so not my fault. I tried.
Yeah,
I tried, and I know so much about you. I know that you're the youngest one, and you were from there, and you moved there whenever it was your freshman year. I know all these things, but I don't. I sorry, I remember your name, but I remember Patrick and Giuliano.
Oh, Giuliano. You know.
Might know Augustine. I don't know if they know each other, but they were there at like I think the Friday show, first show, and I saw him before the show. I just needed to go to the bathroom. We had an awesome green room. You saw the thing. So much candy, dude.
Yeah,
I had just about every kind of candy in there. It was like
wild.
Charlie's, Willy Wonka's. It's a shoehorn of candy,
Who
basically.
can take the sunrise? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. The Candyman.
Okay.
Remember that?
I thought you were singing Savage Love by Jason Derulo at first. I was a little thrown off.
Maybe next time.
Maybe I'll get around to it. Anyway, green room was awesome. They had a PS3 in there that had NASCAR 2012 on it.
Okay.
We played so much NASCAR. It was awesome.
Gosh, that makes me feel so old that you said PS3 in 2012.
Yeah.
Because I was like, PS3, that's pretty cool. That's like new.
They got the PS5
Are
now.
we on 5?
Yeah.
6? I don't even know anymore.
Oh, it was so fun.
That's awesome.
Anyway, no bathroom though. Otherwise, great green room, like nice big over recliner, leaning back, but no bathrooms. You have to go out, amongst the people.
Yeah.
I met these guys. They were super awesome before the show. I was like, I want to make a point to see them afterwards. One guy was in a Ellis Custom Creation shirt.
I saw that.
They were all in merch.
Yeah.
And hit him up afterwards, or I talked to him afterwards. Like, hey man, like, do you want to get breakfast tomorrow? And I was like, yeah,
sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And so we all got breakfast the next day. Breakfast with the boys. It was awesome.
That is awesome.
Patrick, Giuliano, and
because
you know who you are.
Yeah, let's call him Terrence.
Terrence.
Yeah. Because you don't really, I mean, I'm sure you have things that you can fill your time with, but you don't have any schedule throughout the morning, afternoon time usually, right?
Yeah, and breakfast is a great time because our days were pretty full this time. We're just starting to get the hang of it a little bit, starting to know like how to travel and like Matt. I don't know if you listen to the podcast, but he's a big like Trey and Jake fan, and he hooked us up with like a private tour of Gonzaga basketball.
Oh, I saw that
on. Maybe that was Friday. And so that was sweet. So we did that Friday. We golfed Saturday. We golfed Sunday. Like we've stayed busy. So it's been so cool.
How was the stadium? Was it small?
It's
because I think Gonzaga is like one of the smaller D1 basketball programs like in attendance, school attendance.
And there's the school. Whoa. The school itself only has like 4,000 undergrads.
That's right.
So it's tiny.
Yeah.
So the stadium's not massive, but if you look at what like they were playing in 20 years ago, like when Adam Morrison played a few seasons there, like John Stockton, they were playing in like a high school gym.
Yeah.
So it's like what they have now is like way better.
Right. That's cool.
And there was a ball out there. So we all got to shoot around for a little bit. I was jaying some threes.
Heck yeah.
And Trey's manager, Jack, he came out and a bunch of his friends came out. He was like, you can ball, dude. So I'm hoping to get some brand deals.
Jack doesn't strike me as a big baller. Is he? Can he?
No, it was actually one of those things where it's like everyone needed to make one before we left. And Jack keeps getting closer and closer. We're like, you got it, man. You got it, man.
Like Jack seems like a guy that has a struggled follow through. Like just like something really awkward.
But he made one eventually.
Okay, good.
It was all good. So yeah, Augustine, Karen, breakfast with the boys. Let's put a bookmark in. We got to come back to conversation with Giuliano.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. If not, I got 80% of the letters right. Giuliano.
Yeah.
And then late last night after the show, I met 3 other Ghostrunners fans that drove all the way from Seattle. And I was like, aren't we doing a show in Seattle? Like, yep. I was like, okay.
How far away is that?
Adrian, big fan too. Also drove from Seattle. Shout out Adrian. Yeah. I don't know how far. I mean, several hours. Okay. It's like across the entire state, probably 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, because Spokane's like right by Idaho.
Correct.
Okay.
So Emily, Jackie, Mackenzie, what up? Shout outs.
What's
up? They were really fun. They ended up going to like the arcade with us afterwards, and then we all hung out. We ended up going to this like Nashville themed country bar in Idaho because Idaho doesn't shut down for nobody.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went to Denny's. So like let's try to do some math here. I was at Denny's in Idaho 14 hours ago. It was like I went to bed at 7 a.m. Central Time this morning. So yeah, it's been kind of like a crazy 24 hours or so.
You burned the midnight oil and then some.
Yeah, so it was so fun, and yeah, they're big listeners. Jackie specifically is like, I want to be like, I'm so jealous of Janelle Biel. I wish I had a cool name or something, and so.
Well, was she ever like kind of zany or goofy?
Yeah, why do you ask?
Because then we could call her Wacky Jackie. Hey, Wacky Jackie.
Oh, Wacky Jackie.
Yeah,
there you go, Wacky Jack.
Or does she ever like sweat and like when you touch her, like it's kind of hard to like get your hand off?
Oh yeah, that happened last night.
Tacky Jackie.
Wait, what'd you say?
Tacky Jackie.
Tacky.
Yeah, like it's tacky. Like it's like.
Why, if you're gonna use the word tacky, why would you not go like with like clothing or like
because I wanted to have a different name for it.
Tacky.
Tacky Jackie. Like it's
her
like
skin is tacky.
Yeah, like you have like tack. It worked. Your turn.
Brad, can you help me remember? Was she wearing like any kind of like bag or like anything over her like shoulders last night?
Yes, I think so.
Was she? Oh, backpacky Jackie.
Backpacky Jackie. Oh yeah. I don't really know what this word means, so it might not be a good joke.
Oh geez.
No, not inappropriate. Not inappropriate. Just like I don't know if it's gonna work. Like did she like? That's gonna sound uncomfortable now that we made it awkward.
Hey.
I was gonna say, did she fulfill all your requests? That sounds weird.
No, she did.
Oh, she was a lackey Jackie. Isn't lackey like somebody that like does like servant stuff?
Lackey?
A lackey.
I mean, maybe. It seems like she lacks doing things for me though. You say lackey.
Oh, okay. Did she lack doing things for you?
Yeah, she did.
She was lackey Jackie.
This is a good bit. You guys want us to keep going?
A servant, especially a liveried footman or manservant. Was she like a liveried? What is happening? There goes the banana. Oh, that thing like broke off. Like Tom.
Is this still?
That Tom.
Oh wait, it's still working.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it just like that thing just like.
I guess I'll hold it. No, I can screw this in by hand. I think this is fine. I gotta screw this back in.
Okay, let me think of some more while you do that.
Okay. She did get a little physical at one point with me. We had a little kind of argument.
Yeah.
And from this point forward, I think I'm going to call her Smacky Jackie. Was that Santa Claus laughing at me?
Good one, Jacob. Oh.
Y'all need to get on YouTube right now and see what I'm working with microphone-wise. I mean, it just fell out. And I think we're good.
We're good?
Yep.
Was she a big fan of William P. Young and his books?
She didn't talk about it a ton, but yeah, a little bit.
Oh, so she was a Shacky Jackie.
See, you wrote the shack. Nice.
I looked it up, guys. I looked it up. I should have gone with. Oh, was she a big Lakers fan back in the 90s and early 2000s?
A little bit now, but mainly 90s, 2000s.
Oh, so she's a Kobe Jackie.
Ah, nice. You guys are expecting Shacky.
Kobe Jackie, yeah.
And Colby Jack
Colby
cheese.
Jackie, yeah.
Holy crap.
That's
Crappy Jackie. Okay.
Crack Jackie.
We did. Okay, this is actually true. We did get pancakes. Slap Jackie.
Oh, end it there.
Slap Jackie. Thanks for listening.
The whole episode.
Episode 110. My microphone's broken.
Oh, that does not look good. What's going on down there, though?
I don't know. Can you guys see this on YouTube? You see, like, what the... Ooh, I kind of like this.
Oh, yeah.
From the top down.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, did you watch the Logan Paul? I can't even look at you because the microphone is up.
Yeah, this is like my Topgolf experience.
I need to set up a mirror over there.
I watched the podcast.
Did you watch the Mayweather Logan Paul fight?
I did, actually. I've never really watched a fight like that before.
But you actually did watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Did you pay for it?
No, I did not.
You dog.
Never would I ever. How much did it cost? Did you pay for it?
Yeah, we had people over. My friend Noah was here from out of town. Gunnar came over.
Okay.
Excuse me. Every time I have Smoothie King, these little seeds get in my throat.
CDGD.
Nick Hagaman, listener of the podcast, he was over. And so, we all kind of split it up. So
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not baddie, Jackie.
Yeah, I was watching it and I was wanting to go to bed. It's hard for me not to want to look at you right now.
Yeah, we can try to turn around if you want.
I was wanting to go to bed kind of early, but like the fight just kept getting like later and later. And I was like, I'm invested now. I got to watch this darn thing. And there were parts of me that was like, I think... Oh, Scott's calling me. Should I answer it?
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Okay.
Tell him we're on the podcast, though, maybe.
You sure?
I don't know. Your call.
What's up, big dog? What's up today?
You got that fence built or what, dog?
Hey, I got that fence built, dog. It's a big old fence, Jackie. Yeah, dude, it looks good.
Man.
Hey, I'm actually recording the podcast right now.
You're on the pod,
What?
Scott.
Let's go. Hey, I need really quickly a recommendation of a place to eat in Branson. Sam and I are like right here
Oh shoot.
on
Ooh.
the landing.
Cantina
Oh, yeah.
Laredo.
Spot to eat.
Yeah, Cantina. You ever been to Cantina Laredo? It's like a upscale Mexican place.
Cantina Laredo.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure,
Try it out.
sure.
Too.
Another place that's
Sure.
good for lunch. It's kind of a girly place, but it tastes delicious. It's called Sugar Leaf.
Sugar Leaf?
Get the ultimate BLT with peach iced tea. Okay, I'm serious. They put like actual peach slices in it.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're leaving tomorrow, so we just have dinner tonight
Crud.
But-
Okay.
for the next time.
Well, fine.
But you'd recommend Cantina Laredo?
Yeah, it's good. It's a chain technically, but it's really good. I mean, it's like different than regular Mexican food. It's good. So yeah.
Sure.
Sure. What's your favorite word that rhymes with Jackie?
Snacky.
Snacky.
Ah.
Oh, so Jackie, like she ate lots of pretzels and bugles and Funyuns. She was a big snacky Jackie.
That's what you'd say?
Snacky Jackie.
Yeah. Nice, dude.
Thank you for contributing.
All right.
Quarterbacky Jackie.
Quarterbacky
Quarterbacky
Jackie.
Jackie.
Do you have anything else you want to say for the pod?
Love you guys.
All right, love you guys. See you, buddy. That's good.
Scott, bringing it.
It's pretty rare for us to have our phones not, or I guess your phone is recording. My phone's not because we're doing this 2 hours before it's supposed to release. So,
Yeah.
what were we talking about?
One last thing that I want to mention about the people I saw. You were talking about something though. I forget. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Is I was talking with Patrick and the boys on Friday night, and they were like, "Man, we wanted to come to the game so bad, but like, hey, next one there is though, like, we're gonna make it happen or
Yeah,
whatever." So
yeah.
I was like kind of laughing, and then the very next person in line to like meet me, he's like, "What's up, dude? My name's Mathen. I actually left a voice memo that was like the "Let's make it happen" guy." I was like, "That's
Oh,
you?
no way.
We were just talking." He's like, "I know. I saw you guys talking about it. That's crazy."
That's pretty cool.
There was like several. Oh,
It's like the guy who like invented the fork, and then like you see somebody else eating. Like I made that happen.
you're welcome.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Yeah, so he got to see me forking with my fans.
You forked your fans.
Yeah.
Forked with the fans. Yeah.
In front of everybody.
Yeah. I'm just forking with you. Yeah. That's really cool. Oh, that's awesome.
There was that, and dang it, now I can't remember. There was like one other voice memo. There was like a lot of like staples of the podcast have come from Spokane. There's like multiple things. Oh, it was Adrian's brother ended with the jingle artwork for us. Like the
No
cartoon
way,
artwork. Yeah.
Oh, he's very talented.
She
Yeah.
said he just got a job with, I forget who, someone like some big time video game designer, like doing like artwork for him. So, like,
That's
that's
sweet.
awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like to think we propelled him to that probably. The one off little job
Yeah.
he did for us.
Yeah, he like posted a picture on our Reddit page. We were like, that guy's really good. We contacted him. We're like, we only have like 24 hours. Can you get this done before we have our next podcast and like, announce it? And he's like, he made it happen. He made it happen.
Made it happen.
Yeah. So I don't remember what we were talking about. So it's okay.
Okay, I'll keep going. Spokane was the best.
Let's go back to Giuliano. You want to do that now?
Ooh,
Book in some more.
bookmark.
Bookmark.
Book Mackie Jake. What else? Okay, so I did a lot of like new material, which felt good because it'd been a while since I like broke out some new stuff. I did the stuff that you heard Wednesday, and I got better and better with all that as the weekend went on. It's like now I feel like I got it down a little
Good.
bit, which is fun. Mix it up every night.
Yeah. How did, can I ask a specific question about one of your jokes
Yeah.
or do you want to like keep them all like,
I don't know.
how did the ref one go? Did you get that one down?
I
Or did you
think-
do that one?
Yeah. I think less is more. I've like started doing
Okay.
less like acting it out
Okay.
and just like making it like one big punchline.
Okay.
And it seems to like work
Like
pretty good
not
that way.
as long of a bit? Is
Yeah,
that what you
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Okay. Good.
So that seems to work there. And then I just had more fun just like doing jokes about Spokane. I think I want to start doing this more. Just like trying to be way more observant about the city while I'm there.
Mhm.
And then by those like last 3 shows, like making jokes about the city. Like people loved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know why that never dawned on me to do before, but I made a bunch of jokes about how different the COVID protocol is. Oh, my mic's falling out again. Here
Sorry.
versus there. I was just
Okay.
like, Kansas, they don't even know what COVID, they think COVID-19 is a weight loss program.
Yeah,
they're like,
right.
is that like Whole30?
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
different. I was like, here, people like are asking me about my vaccinations, like before I go into restaurants or Ubers or buildings. I feel like a dog they're thinking about adopting. They're like, do you have your shots?
Did you have to do contact
Both
tracing?
of them? No.
Okay. Both of them.
Yeah. So I did jokes like that. And then like an hour before the show last night, the first show, this Amber Alert went off. And which is, hey, nothing against Amber Alerts,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like, this is like a shared experience we all had. I should like do some jokes about it. And then like 45 minutes later, we got like a notification. It was like, the boy has been found thanks to this alert system. So then I went up there and did a bunch of jokes, not only about Amber Alerts, but then about like, it's a little pretentious of the emergency alert system. Be like, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I did it. It was all me.
It's like when Adam Schefter like breaks a story, like an NFL story, he has to credit himself. Like, like it doesn't matter who breaks it. Like,
we
no
don't
one
care
cares about that.
Yeah. It's like Kevin Durant's going to the Warriors. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, I was like, get off your high horse. You know,
That's
all right,
funny.
you're a text message, not Superman.
Yeah. Right.
And so just like doing like jokes like that, I was like, I just thought of this right beforehand. And it's crushing. And they know I just thought, like, they know this just happened.
Yeah.
It was just so fun.
I think anything that you can like, hyper or ultra personalize, whatever you want to word, like whatever the right
they
word
feel
is.
like resonated with, they feel like known and heard.
Kind of like whenever you do like the improv songs at the end, like obviously that's like a very specific thing that cannot be the same every single night. And so I feel like that's always a fun thing. Like Ben Rector would always do that. He'd always write like loving you is easy, but he changed the words to whatever, you know, you talked about.
Oh, cool.
Like at Campy, be like Lake Taney Como's breezy or something like that. You know, coffee cake is not cheesy. I don't know. So, the other things for you to think about.
Okay. Yeah. No, but it was so fun. This is like the first
6 shows too. That's crazy.
It was awesome. I just like, I really feel like we're like, I don't know, like we're doing it. Like I'm finding it. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. I think I just like, I feel like I'm getting the hang of it a little bit and
dude,
it feels
awesome.
good.
And imagine like how much of a groove you're going to be in when you do this like super, super consistently. You know what I mean?
When it's like every night, not like once a month.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an exciting thing. It'll be a while before we announce this, but Trey got an email about like our routing for the like next series of shows, which will start like January through March. And it's like 25 new cities. So it's like, dang, this is gonna be like a crazy, you know, like 5 to 6 months. So 25 new cities.
On top of like the existing tour that you already do.
So I'll have like 3 weeks off for like Christmas and then we'll go back on the road for like 2 months. It's so cool to see it.
That's nuts.
Also just shocked at it's like that many people for Delaware.
Right?
Really?
Yeah.
There's just like, I don't know, it's cool. So we'll be announcing those in a while, but
that'll be awesome.
Can't wait for you guys to get mad when we still come to your city. It's gonna be awesome.
No, Dover?
Wilmington. It's like a little brother.
Yeah. Okay, Giuliano, is it time?
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. I have 2 ideas for us to talk about, Brad.
Okay.
The first one, comes from like a conversation I had with the boys yesterday.
Boys.
And they were talking about like the basketball game and how it would have been fun to be there. And Jules, we'll call him Jules.
Yeah.
He made the comment, he's like, it'd be fun like to do some sort of type of thing in the future where it's like you and Brad versus Ghosties. And I was like, like US versus the world when they do stuff like that for like basketball or whatever. And so he said that, and then it started spawning these other ideas. So here's my idea to you, Brad.
Okay.
Ghostrunners Olympiad.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want to call it, where we invite people to come in for a weekend. You could be spectators, you could be participants. I think there's 5 events.
Okay.
With between you and I and our friends, we field a team for each one of these events.
Okay.
And then there's also a team or maybe multiple teams of Ghostrunners listeners that are in a bracket.
Yes.
And the challenge is like, are you better than the Ghostrunners or whatever?
Right.
So like there would be a pickleball tournament where like teams of 2 could sign up. The winner plays me and Isaac. Yeah. Something like that. But obviously like you could play as well.
I might be the one that
maybe you're the one. Yeah. And so like that would be part
electric.
of it. Yeah. 5-on-5 basketball. Like us 5 versus like the 5 best ghosties that are out there.
Right.
How fun would that be? And then people are still watching.
It's like, whoa, Emeka Okafor is a listener? Dang it.
This sucks. Why did that name come to mind? That's amazing. Spike ball. That was one they wanted. They're more spike ball boys. Spike boys.
You mentioned on Correct Opinions with Trey Kennedy that you're not a spike ball guy.
I just never really played it.
Oh, really?
I mean, maybe 3 or 4 times ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I guess that was like post your youth ministry days, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I love it. It's
really?
so fun.
I mean, no, I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't played it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I don't need to be good at all these sports.
No.
We can have some sports that the ghosties are good at.
That's what's enticing. If it's like the stack, is, what's the word?
The cards are stacked.
Cards are stacked against the ghosties, then they're not going to try to play.
Yeah,
but if they're like, wait, Jake's never really played spike ball.
This is our chance.
Yeah.
Something golf related. Maybe it's putt-putt. Maybe it's top golf. Maybe it's real golf.
Okay.
Some sort of thing. I've definitely, Scott Sell's on the team. LukeHoagland.com. Sorry, they're going to be part of the scramble.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought like 4x4 sand volleyball. That's like a team. Get some ladies involved.
Sure.
So
it's like a traveling Olympiad. I like this. Like, it's like, hey, meet us here this day. You know?
There's like a schedule. Like it would take a little effort on our end on the front end to like reserve courts, reserve space, these things.
This
Home
is
run
great.
derby.
Yes.
Woodworking. I think that should be one called it. You and Isaac versus anyone else. That's one of the 5 events. It's table making.
Can you imagine it's like a speed thing and like
And
somebody
everyone's
just like cuts off their finger. It's like, keep going.
And there's just like 75
Isaac falls down the
ghosties
stairs.
in your driveway. They're all just watching with their arms crossed. Just like, who's it going to be? Just back and forth.
I love
you and
that.
Isaac on one side against Knack Baxter and somebody else.
I actually love that idea of like some kind of speed competition. Like who can get this thing at the right angle perfectly first,
And sell it.
and sell it. Yeah.
You got to go on Facebook Marketplace and sell the deal.
Do like the bigger and better stuff like back in the day with like just go door to door and be like, will you please buy this for 5 cents? Do you have a nickel?
Ooh, maybe we all go to the casino.
Yep.
Everyone gets $10
Yep.
in an hour report back. You don't even have to play casino games. You can just
You could just invest your $10.
You could put it in Robinhood,
Yeah.
Dogecoin for an hour, see what happens.
I like that. I like that a lot. There's I forget her name. I'm so sorry. One of the girls that came to your show in Phoenix.
Okay.
That's from St. Louis. She's an event coordinator. And she said like, if you ever want to do an event,
that's
let
right.
me know and I can like help you with all the logistics.
She was super cool, except you guys all talked to her way more than I did. I
Yeah.
feel like I was like, and then I think she even like wanted a picture with Harrison and Isaac. I don't know if I got one with her.
Harry and I were the big crowd pleasers, I think.
But you know who you are. And does this sound like something you could help us out with?
Is your name Madeline? Maybe. I don't know. Sarah. Maybe Madisara. Mata. Anyway.
Madagascar.
Anyway,
What do you think about that? Ghostrunners Olympiad.
Oh, I like it. I have a hard time capping it at 5 though. Like I think we got.
We only have
a
so much
good
time
10
though.
in the hopper. but if we have like certain like events that could all take place in the same area,
Yeah.
then you got some teams doing spike ball over here. That way, not everyone's just like waiting around.
That's true too. Like if we go to a big sand volleyball court and reserve a couple courts, like you can get a couple sand volleyball games and spike ball going in the same spot.
We could bring a ping pong table with us and put it in the parking lot. Play ping pong. I like it.
Yeah. It would be awesome.
Are we going to try to limit to just sports or are we going to like
Sports and woodworking.
Okay,
And
good.
chess.
Hey, woodworking's
We're going to invite Tavon. Tavon's coming back to be on our chess team.
Careful. Yeah. No. That's great. I like this a lot. I'm trying to think of anything else to add to it.
I think it'd be like a Friday, Saturday. Like everyone's you're gonna have to take a day off work.
Sure.
We all are.
Sure. We all are.
Friday, Saturday, we compete. Sunday, we do like a live like studio audience recording again, like last time.
I like it.
And like and award ceremony. Of course. That's like part of it.
That's part of maybe part of the podcast. Is that what you're saying?
And yes, and maybe there's even like, I don't know if we have any, since we have an event coordinator who listens, do we have any like website people? Like what if there's a site where people can like check in, live stream, check in on like how it's going, like who's winning?
Yeah, somebody's like a commentator. Like we got like live commentating of the whole thing. I think if somebody knows like a pretty high profile band, Viagra Boys, I don't know if they're out there or like Surfaces or somebody, like it could culminate with a nice concert in our backyard with a fence. Oh, and the peach tree, fresh peaches, Brad. Giuseppe Lolino used to take them right off the vine.
I get my peaches out in Shawnee. Yeah, that's it.
We could get Bieber. Do you think we could get Bieber?
I'm sure
Trey's pretty big.
It's worth an email.
Yeah, I think so.
Trey used to DM Shawn Mendes.
That's pretty much the same thing.
We can ask him.
I wouldn't know the difference. PS3, PS5, Shawn Mendes, Justin Bieber. I don't know.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Which is a call. That's the rest of the quote from the beginning. You're welcome, guys. We're feeling it tonight.
8:38. This is when we kind of get our glow.
Yes.
Late at night.
So when we glow up.
No, that's awesome. I like that a lot from Giuliano.
Yeah.
Oh, the opportunities are endless.
Yeah. Ghostrunners Olympiad.
Yes.
Us versus them.
Us versus the world. Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't it be so fun?
Ghosties versus the world.
Let us know in the YouTube comments, which this is probably a good one to check out on YouTube from time to time. You got to see this. You got to see Brad and I dance during the theme song, and then probably when the microphone falls, and then the entire Scott Peck phone call, what I'm trying to do with the microphone. But let us know in the YouTube comments, like what events need to be in the Ghostrunners Olympiad. What do you think about it? And even timing. A lot of people have plans, but Labor Day weekend could be fun because everyone has Monday off anyway.
That's September, correct?
Yes.
I'm so bad at Memorial Day versus Labor Day.
Really?
Yeah, really bad at that. That's pretty quick. Not that quick, but no, it's not that quick. Never mind.
It's not that quick.
I'm just thinking about people, like we had a lot of people already make a trip for us, but it wasn't that long. I mean, what's that? 3 months?
I think it's safe.
They're fine. They'll be fine.
No, I mean, yeah, that's a good thing to consider.
We'll consider everything, guys.
Yeah. So let us know timing too.
Did you ever do a doodle poll back in the day? Did you ever do those?
I did my first one this week. I did my first ever doodle poll. It was with
still
K-State
around?
people, so maybe that was why.
Maybe why? Yeah, it's like this like thing where it's like, hey, like check the times that are best for you, or like when you're available, and then you can, whatever, you can see when everybody's available. What if we did a Ghostrunners doodle poll and just had 35 different dates on there, and it'd be very annoying to try to figure out who can come to what. Because no matter what, with 100 people trying to respond, you're not going to be able to please everybody, and so we just got to set it.
At least that way we could please the most people. Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
But what if we're like, I really want Knack Backs there?
Like, does he
like
carry?
The I'm Down Boys can only be there on October 29th. It's October 29th, guys.
It's a weighted test.
Yeah.
Their votes are worth more.
Right. What does a bean mean?
That reminds me. I'm Down Boys. What are you guys doing on the 4th of July? Should we hang out?
Oh.
Let me know.
That's fun.
Let me know. I got free 4th of July plans right now.
I bet they go hard on 4th of July. They seem like the kind of guys that like figure out a way to get out in the country and like a place where fireworks are illegal, and they just go nuts.
They make their own fireworks. Like, this is actually is a way better version of a bottle rocket.
Right.
We made this ourselves.
Right.
With like our history teacher. It's like an October Sky thing. Like, they make their own rockets.
Dude, is October Sky not one of the best movies ever?
It's one of the best movies ever.
It's one of the best movies ever.
It's awesome.
I love it.
Young Gyllenhaal.
I think it's really underrated. Like, people don't talk about it, but if you've seen it, it's like, that's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen.
Dude, I mean, should we pop in a little O Sky while this video is exporting? It's
going
to take a while.
O Sky on this, dude? Oh, Homer Hickam.
Homer Hickam.
When he goes, the other guy's like, prodigious. Remember that?
Yeah.
What a movie.
I was watching The Patriot the other day. Just, I don't know why. I don't have a show right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, and The Office is not on Netflix. So I am struggling.
Yeah.
Like, when it's like, I got 20 minutes to eat my Chili's. What am I going to eat? Let's watch 20 minutes of The Patriot. It's a weird thing to put on.
lighthearted Mel Gibson. Yeah.
Let's watch him go to town on this,
isn't he a woodworker?
British guy with a hatchet. He seems to know his way around some certain tools.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've never actually seen it.
That's okay. Anyway, the reason I bring that up, I'm like, who is that? That guy looks so familiar. And he's the rugged dad in October Sky.
Oh.
That was like the first movie I saw him in. That's what I know him as.
He does a good job being a rugged dad.
He's a
very
scary
rugged.
dad.
Yeah.
Scary dad.
Wouldn't want him as my dad. No way. I have a story. Wait, do you have another Giuliano?
Nope, I have another idea, but it's in no way related to anything I've said.
Okay.
I don't even know if I'm going to end up saying it.
This is about, I keep meaning to say it. It was from last week at the basketball game with Hattie. I think this is just a funny mental image. So first of all, we talked about last week, like Bo and Hattie were only supposed to be there for like the first half of the first game. Cause
Same with my sister. She had a kickball game at 9:30.
Isn't she the best?
And then she's like, this is so
This is
fun.
way better. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they ended up staying the whole time. But after the first game, I went up and like hung out with Hattie and like held her and like was holding her, and I was so sweaty, and like to the point where like it looked like she had wet her pants. Like she was so sweaty as well. And she's she is a diva. And so she was like, Mom, I'm so wet. Like I don't want to be all wet. And I was like, I'm sorry. I told you you were going to get wet if I held you. Like she asked me to hold her. So then Catherine, my mom watched Bo. Catherine took Hattie to the bathroom, and it was kind of like an Albert Brenneman Hitch situation where like Hattie like took off her shorts. So she was just in her underwear, and they were like putting it up to like the air dryer, like drying this thing. And luckily Catherine's like, luckily no one came in, but just the image of Hattie just standing there in her undies, like while Catherine's like, drying her shorts.
Just soaking wet from her dad's chest sweat.
From her dad's chest sweat after she's watching a basketball game with a bunch of other people that like his podcast. Like
that know her name and she has no clue who they are.
Yeah. So
interesting dynamic.
I just love the image of her just sitting there or standing there in like a big arena bathroom.
And she's old enough, like she might remember this someday.
Maybe
she'll remember the time. She's like, yeah, my dad like had this podcast and I went to his game and I got all sweaty and I took my pants off. My mom made me take my pants off in the bathroom. I was just standing there. I feel like such an idiot.
Right. I wish somebody would have walked in at that point, like Aubrey Magoon, like, hey, Hattie, what's
should have sent somebody in there.
Yeah.
Hey, go check on him.
But anyway, I just love that. I love that mental image. So
I just thought of something. Were we talking about the Mayweather fight when Scott called? Or were we talking about that when the microphone fell or something?
That's what we were talking about, Jake. Yeah.
When we were with our back to each other.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more there is to talk about it, but it was just, it was interesting.
I was convinced for a second that Logan
You got it.
Logan Paul had a chance.
The first round was really exciting.
Yeah.
After that, it stopped being exciting.
And then
the first round was like, he's like going toe to toe with him so far.
And then you realize like, oh, Floyd Mayweather's just not trying very hard.
Floyd is not sweating and it's boxing.
And he was like laughing at one point, I think. I was like, he is just letting this like go as long as he wants it to. Like, but then I heard at the end, like Floyd say something like, I couldn't knock him out. He's too long for me or whatever. So
Which I mean
know.
is more of a testament to Logan being 6'3" or whatever.
right.
I think he says like his coach was like, hit him with that jab, hit him with the jab. He's like, I can't reach him or whatever. So,
but yeah, this was interesting. And I don't know. I don't watch enough fights, but you always see like the highlights of like the guys like the day or two before the fight when they do the weigh in and they're like literally like almost kissing each other, like so close.
they
like
do
just
kiss
staring
every time almost.
Well, Logan was like going angled at him. Did you notice that?
I think he wanted it.
It was like you are asking, like you're doing the 90. It's a hitch again.
Yeah.
You're doing 90. He's trying to come. You're waiting for him to come 10, and he wasn't into it. So you never go the full 100. But like they're like so like, oh, I hate you during this weigh-in. And then at the end of the fight, they were interviewing Floyd Mayweather with Logan Paul right there next to him, and Floyd's like giving all these
a lot of
compliments.
mutual respect.
And I saw that like in a fight, like one of the other previous fights of the night, they did that as well. And I'm like, is that just like a thing? Like at first they hate each other and then they're like, actually, we really like each other or whatever. Like,
I mean, if I had to guess, like they know that like beef is what's going to help like sell a fight.
Totally.
If you pretend like you hate this guy,
yeah,
that's what people like, that builds intrigue. And it's like, man,
100%.
this weird that like Floyd Mayweather like has beef with a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Guarantee Floyd Mayweather does not care about Logan Paul at all.
He cares
But he's
about
going to
those
act like it.
zeros. Yeah.
Yeah. And Logan Paul the same way. Obviously, Logan has probably a ton of respect for the greatest boxer of all time. He's
Sure.
not going to like,
Sure.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's too bad what boxing is kind of becoming. It's such a bubble that's going to pop at some point. This like celebrity boxing stuff.
But do you think that kind of helped boxing, or do you think that hurt boxing watching that fight?
I think it
Because I was a
hurt.
little bit intrigued after that. I was like, maybe I should watch more boxing because I don't know enough about this stuff.
I guess it might be good for boxing as a sport, but I don't think it's good for like more of these like celebrity type like exhibition matches. I think so many people
Gimmicky
bought
kinda
this one
things.
and
Yeah.
it didn't go well. And it was like, wait, what did we expect? Of course, this is how, of course, you know, so
All it takes is one time though, where a boxer or an influencer, whoever, just knocks the other guy out.
and it's like, all right, we're back.
And then it's like, you never know when that's going to happen again.
Which did you see? Trey and I were like, how did we not know this happened? Saturday night, Lamar Odom boxed Aaron Carter and just beat the living daylights out of him. Go look that up on YouTube sometime.
I knew about Chad Ochocinco fighting.
He was the undercard last Sunday, but no, this past Saturday,
yeah.
Lamar Odom just got in the ring with Aaron Carter. I don't know what Aaron Carter was thinking. He's like a 6'9" NBA player. Don't
Yeah,
do that.
He's huge.
And then
Lamar
last
Odom
night
is.
was the shoot, what was it? The TikTokers versus YouTubers boxing match. Did you check in on that at
No.
all? No, yeah, you don't care.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know about it. Like I didn't even
Or
know.
else you would have.
I might have.
Bryce Hall, Austin McRoom. Come on.
See, I've never heard of those guys.
You'll get there, baby.
That's crazy.
You'll
Yeah.
get there.
Oh, it's
Anyway,
wild.
that's been the boxing portion.
We'll come back to it.
I think I only have one last thing to say. This is just a current thing in the news. I'm sure you've seen it. I want to talk about it just real briefly. I don't really have much to say. Just like, this is crazy. The man who's swallowed by the whale.
I saw the headline. Haven't heard much detail though.
I read one article. You think
Okay.
that's enough for me to talk about it?
I think it's way more than me. So go ahead, baby.
Okay, so this dude, he's a lobster diver,
Lobster diver.
like by profession. I think he dives down and gets lobsters, and
Okay.
he was off the coast of Cape Cod.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
He got a Miati probably.
Okay. RX-7.
Don't buy it from Giuseppe. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. You nailed it, dude.
So he said all of a sudden it just felt like he got hit by a truck, and he didn't know what happened. His like breathing tube fell out of his mouth. So he's like struggling. He's freaking out, trying to get like his, scuba tuba. I think that's called scoop tube.
Scoop. Just scoop.
Scoop. And finally gets that back in his mouth and like realizes that like, oh my gosh, like I think I'm in a whale.
Really?
Like I think I'm inside of a whale right now. A humpback whale swallowed him.
You do not want to be in a whale like that. Never mind. Jonah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Dang it.
Y'all done?
I should have tried again.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Well, next time I pause, have another one ready.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not going to be listening to you then.
He said it was a humpback whale. Or not he said. We know now it was a humpback whale. Nothing? Okay. Okay.
All I can think of is donuts and Jonuts. Anyway, go ahead.
Jonuts make me go nuts. All right. I think we can. I don't know if people want the Jonah pun. Maybe they do. Go back.
No.
Did you know? I don't know if they mind. I don't know.
There you go. That's good. That's good.
Jonah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Okay.
The
He was
story-
inside of this thing.
for about 30 to 40 seconds.
Okay.
And eventually, I guess he just starts going crazy. Just like starts like pounding his fist, kicking his feet, just like beating the inside. He went Lamar Odom on the inside of this humpback whale.
Right.
And eventually the whale surfaced and spit him back out. And I guess he had a bunch of bruises and was like pretty beat up, but like no broken bones.
Dude.
And was able to like swim back to shore, I think maybe people got him. I don't remember exactly how he's eventually saved. But so it's like this kind of crazy story. It's like, wow. And like now he's fully recovered. He's in the hospital. He's like giving a thumbs up.
Yeah.
At the very end, it's like a 2-sentence like end note at the very end of the article. They're like, but this wasn't, I'm like, say this at the beginning. This dude needs to have a movie. I know I'm hyping this up a lot, but at the very end they go, but this wasn't Mike's first brush with death. 10 years ago, he was involved in a plane crash in Costa Rica in which other members of the plane died.
So this guy just lives dangerously.
Yeah.
Like this guy
that's
just
crazy.
Yeah. Something about him is like he's destined to.
He's gonna do something
big
great.
things, yeah.
He's gonna keep doing good things probably.
Sheesh.
I couldn't believe when I read that. I was like, lead with this or mention this before the very end. Like he very easy could have died 10 years ago in a plane crash. Like how freak of an accident is a plane crash? Like it is. I mean, that never happens anymore.
And if you crash in an airplane, you're dead.
And then you never survive a plane crash.
No.
And now he's been swallowed by a whale.
Sheesh.
Let's get him on the pod.
Sheesh. Dude, yeah. Do you think this is a dumb scientific, like we're just so scientifically illiterate, or at least I am, like when you're inside of a whale, are you still underwater? Like,
is there fluid in there?
Like, cause I imagine Jonah and I always think like, yeah, he was inside of a whale, but he was just like, you know, like kind of just leaning up, like there's probably some, like a kiddie pool kind of thing. Like maybe
he's got like his head on the uvula.
12 inches. Yeah. Yeah.
Lean back.
Yeah. The uvula is like a little pillow for him. And he's just, leaning on it and just kind of hanging out. Counting his lucky stars that he's still alive in this whale.
That's good. How much like standing water is in a whale's mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, whales are nuts.
They're big.
They're huge.
I know that.
They're huge, Jake. I don't know what else to say except for just that's crazy.
I will say, now she wasn't big, but I would like to still call her Humpbacky Jackie.
There it is. Full circle. Yeah.
I don't know.
I like the effort. The effort was there. I laugh at the effort.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh man, that's great.
I think it's the last thing I need to say. I'm not going to tell you my other idea. It's stupid. It's stupid. I think that's all I have to say. Well, one last thing, and then we'll get into some voice memos.
Great.
If you're feeling like I was last night at Nashville Nights in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and I'm like, man, it feels good to dance again. Let's not forget Paige Farr. Still doing a little.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
She's still got an Instagram.
Yeah.
She's still giving out Starbucks gift cards. So
great.
Check out Simply Fit Paige.
Yeah. SFP for the
SFP.
real ones.
Yeah. Not the sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
And check out some of her fitness programs, her health programs, and maybe even the dance program.
Simply Fit Paige. Here's an idea for you based off the sunscreen idea. Have different regimens for like intensities or like how much you want to do. Call them SFP 15, 30, and 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And SFP 5 tanning oil.
Yes.
And that's just like yoga outdoors. There's not a whole lot to that. It's
like
not
a
that
quick
intense.
like warm up. Yeah. Just like good morning. Let's do some yoga outdoors. Let's get our base on.
But SPF 50 is like, we're getting into it today.
Yeah,
we're getting nasty.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go, Paige.
You're welcome, Paige.
Bye,
$1 million
Miati.
idea.
$1 million.
SFP 50.
You got anything else? You want to go with some voice memos?
The only thing I have, this is really random, but did you know that not everyone has basements in their country? And if you don't, then you're obsessed with basements.
Oh,
Catherine's family loves, Catherine's brothers especially, just cannot get enough of basements.
Oh yeah. Well, you said country, and I was going to say, I was like, oh, even in the United States, that's pretty rare. I mean, California, Texas. I mean, most anywhere on the coast, because there's not basement people. Just
flooding or whatever. Is that why?
I assume so.
Yeah. Do you think that's the only reason why? Like, do you think there's people out in Minnesota that don't have basements?
I don't know.
So I just assumed that it was because of tornadoes that we had basements. But then I think that Texas has the most tornadoes out of any state in the country. And so it's like, maybe that's not why.
They could use some basements. I don't know.
Maybe it's just the soil shifts. I don't know. But people are obsessed with basements that don't have them. It's funny.
Could be that too. I know Missouri, and maybe just like the Midwest in general, maybe it's the Ozarks, is known for like having really solid rock. It's like annoying to dig and everything, but I do think it's like very solid. It doesn't like move around a lot.
Yeah.
So that could be it.
Yeah, like shifting ground.
I remember reading that actually in Little House on the Prairie to just keep circle back Jackie on all of this.
Yeah.
So I know that Missouri has hard rock.
Comment below if you like basements or not.
Okay.
Let's do some VMs.
This one, the title says Neighbor Henry as a second grader.
Okay.
Fun.
I would like to hear this.
Hey guys, so my name's Miranda from Delaware. I'm a second grade teacher, and I have a student who, he's always the first one in my classroom, and every morning he does a Henry? Yeah. And he walks into my room and he just starts his conversation. Tells me, for example, one day he said, I didn't have nightmares even though I watched it. That was how he greeted me in the morning. So yeah, just thought that was funny. My question for Jake is, in episode 78, you mentioned a bazaar happening where you bumped into someone you knew when you were in Australia, and you said there is more to the story, 2 more parts. So I was wondering what your next part is.
Wow,
And my question for Brad is, I was wondering how you...
I love it.
Dang it.
I love it.
I was like, yes, I would love to help you.
That was good, Miranda, because that was only 55 seconds. That was on purpose.
She did
had
more
time.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, that Australian memory, that's a throwbacky Jackie right there. I haven't thought about that in a while.
Nice.
First things first, I think from now on, anytime you tell me a Henry story, I'm going to imagine him as a second grader. I think that's going to be kind of beautiful.
Kind of like the kid that was like, apparently, yeah.
So peach trees grow pretty fast. My grandpa saw that when he watches the Powerball.
That's funny. All right.
That's fun.
Australia story.
Yeah, it was just like a fun old coinky dink. The second part of the story is no longer really a thing, but the first part is we're in the limo trip, and 3 summers ago or whatever, we're going every city. We're like seeing new people. We're letting people know like, hey, we're in like Fargo, South Dakota. If anyone's here or wants to like hang out or whatever, so we're like, hey, we're gonna be in Las Vegas this weekend. If anyone happens to be in town or whatever, and so a couple of sisters meet up with us at
nuns or relatives.
Thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was one thing. Patrick and the boys this weekend when they were like, "You want to go to breakfast tomorrow?" And I was like, "I mean, I don't have a car, so you guys might have to like pick me up. Like as long as you don't kill me." Like, no, we're Catholic. I was like, okay, great. So they might know some sisters, but these sisters were not part of the parish.
Okay,
is that the right word?
I think
feels like
convent?
It might be.
Maybe convent.
Oh, yeah,
I think
could be.
I think maybe.
No way of knowing.
Yeah.
So these 2 sisters meet up with us there, and they're kind of hanging out with us. But at the same time, like I had a friend in town that weekend. Ty had a friend, so it was like we probably didn't give them as much attention as maybe they were wanting, or we should have. Anyway,
did you say they were from Vegas or
they were from Oklahoma originally? They were on family vacation in Las Vegas, and they just kind of like left their parents to be like, we're gonna go see these boys.
So they weren't going super out of their way to see you at least. Though.
They were already in Vegas.
Okay,
so. And I was feeling it on the Ellen DeGeneres slot machine that night. I was pretty locked in. I was like, this is meant to be. We were like making money. So I was like, I didn't really like hang out with them that much. That's the whole point of the first part of the story. Well, then fast forward like 5 months, I go to that Australia and New Zealand vacation. This is when Mr. Brightside gets played in the New Zealand countryside. This is when Grant does not even want to see Spike Ball. It's that same trip. We're in Sydney, Australia. It's like our second or third full day there. And I like run into this girl on the street. She's like, hey, do you remember me? And I was like, you look kind of familiar. She's like 6 months ago, like I was in Las Vegas. Like I was one of those sisters that was there. And I was like, no way. And I was like, what do you like? So you live in Las Vegas? She's like, no, I happened to be there that same weekend. I was like, oh, so like, where are you from? I'm from Oklahoma City. So what are you doing here? Oh, I live here now. Oh, what are you doing right here? I was just going on a walk. And anyway,
the butterfly, the small things.
It was just crazy that we bumped into her. We bumped into her on the beach. It was called Bondi Beach. She went on to start this acai bowl business called Bondi Bowls, which is like it's crazy successful. It's like barely a year old. They've already franchised like several.
Oh, that was the girl?
That was the girl.
No.
Isn't that crazy? It's like we so easy could not have met or not have reconnected or any of this stuff.
No way.
And yeah, it was just awesome. Like meet a girl in Las Vegas briefly. 5-6 months later, see her on the street. Like I didn't know her name. I was not following her on Instagram, nothing. Ran into her on the street in Sydney, Australia.
Oh, wow. That is crazy.
It was awesome.
That's wild.
So I have a couple stories like that, but you got to sprinkle them in. Every 40 episodes, tell you
leave us a voice memo episode 154. We'll probably tell you.
And I'll tell you another quinky dink I had running into people.
Thank you, Miranda from Delaware.
Okay. So
can't wait to come visit you in Wilmington if you're there.
Wilmington. Did she say she's from Delaware?
Oh gosh, I hope so. I wrote down really quick their names because I always forget their names in these voice memos. So
maybe she did say that. Okay, I believe you.
If I'm wrong,
but my Tommy gun.
But my
Sup, Jake and Brad. This is Banana Girl.
Hey!
That is my official title, but my friends call me Emily. That game was so much fun. So thank you all so much for the invitation. Thank you guys so much for what you do, and thank you for the laughter that you bring to so many people. And some Mondays. I was listening to earlier podcasts and y'all discussed your most embarrassing moment, and I thought I would share mine to give you all a good laugh. 3 years ago, my family and I were on Family Feud, and I'll send y'all the link. That is my most embarrassing moment ever, and my
Awesome.
family still won't let me live it down. That being said, what is your game show bucket list? And Brad, what is your
Golly!
2 in a row.
What is this? At least you didn't say, Jake, what is your favorite game show?
That's funny. That one was 46 seconds. She had so much time.
Oh, man.
That's good, Emily.
I think we have about 3 more people that could do that before the joke's done. All right, guys? Just FYI. I just don't want it to last another 25 weeks.
Okay, game show. Let's answer a question first, and then we'll watch the clip. I mean, Family Feud's got to be a top 5 for me. That one's so fun.
Would you do it like with your friends?
Friends or family. I think it'd be fun either way.
Like what if we like
Ghostrunners
if
Olympiad?
Ghostrunners gets big enough that like they have like a theme thing, like a podcast, two podcasts going up against each other, and we have like a Ghostrunners family.
That'd be awesome. Yeah,
Like,
I would
it'd
love
be
Family
so
Feud.
fun. Yeah.
I think I would do better at that than a lot of those like Price is Right. I don't know the price of things well enough.
No, Price is Right seems subjective too. It's like
What market?
is this? Yeah, is this priced in Los Angeles or whatever? So, I like Jeopardy. I'm a big Jeopardy fan. Like I used to watch Jeopardy for fun, like binge watch Jeopardy.
I'll throw down Teen Jeopardy. That's more my speed. Jeopardy is hard.
Teen Jeopardy's easy.
Yeah.
Like, not easy, but like
You feel smart on
like
Teen
you
Jeopardy.
know a lot of them.
Yeah.
Real Jeopardy, I'm really good at the first half. Double Jeopardy,
Double Jeopardy
don't-
is
like
tough.
I get like 3. I'm like really smart about those. So
It's like the crossword on Sundays. It's like, oh, this is advanced.
Exactly. But I mean, Alex Trebek's not there anymore, so I think Family Feud's a good answer.
I don't know if this still counts
Wheel
as
of
game.
Fortune would be fun
Wheel of Fortune's nice.
because I would ham it up when I get the right things. I would make it really fun.
I would like to buy a vowel. Come on.
Like Jeopardy, you can't have too much personality as a contestant.
Yeah.
Family Feud
You gotta
and
play it straight up.
Wheel of Fortune, you can get a little bit wilder.
I think Wheel of Fortune's good. They do make a lot of like pop culture references. There's a lot of like, you need to kind of know this show or this movie. Sometimes feel a little ostracized. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Or at least I watched a lot of Wheel of Fortune when I was in high school, and my parents seem to know stuff that I didn't. So maybe I would know now.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
A long time. Does this count as a game show? Like The Amazing Race? Because that's got to be my number one. Or is that
That's
more
a reality show.
Reality
but,
game
but
show?
we got to go on The Amazing Race.
That'd be
time.
so fun.
Jake and Brad, and it'll say podcasters underneath.
Podcast boys.
Yeah, with a Z.
With a Z.
Oh, I think it'd be so much fun.
Amazing Race would be great.
We would be the most memorable contestants.
As long we don't have to win, but if we just like make it long
Yeah.
enough to really gain some like momentum,
Some loyalty. And
that's
some
what I did
fandom.
with my only other reality game show experience. That was
Right,
fun. Like,
right.
hey, nothing wrong with fifth.
Oh, you had so much more personality than the people that were like supposed to have a lot of personality.
Yeah. Thank you,
So,
Brad.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Brad.
Next Trickshot Superstar. Check it out.
Superstar. That's my favorite game show that I go on. Check it out on Facebook Watch, you guys.
All right, let's watch this video or whatever it is.
Welcome back to Family Feud, everybody. Garcia family 197. Give me Emily. Give me
Oh, give me Emily. Here she is. This is Banana Girl.
Dude, Steve Harvey's so good.
Point values are triple. Top 4 answers on the board, ladies. Here we go. Name a place you never want to hear someone say, brace yourself.
Steve Harvey's face.
The bathroom.
Oh, God. Hey, you folks out there, ain't gonna brace yourself. The bathroom.
Straight up.
Oh, that's awesome. Steve Harvey acted it out. Brace yourself.
That's a great answer, though. That's a great answer.
Emily. That's awesome. I can't believe you're on Family Feud. Like she's really on it with Steve-O.
That's amazing.
Steve-O Harvey-O.
Dang, that'd be fun.
That's
oh
awesome.
my gosh. I would ham it up with Steve.
Of course, Emily came in a banana suit. She's awesome.
Yeah. She's the kind of person that's on Family Feud in a banana suit at the
Yeah.
same time. She was like, it was so much fun at the game. Emily, I'm telling you right now, you made at least 15% of that fun right there. I promise.
Mark her down for 15, at least. SPF
at least.
15.
And you were one person. Like the banana suit and then the speaker on
And
top
her
of
husband
that.
had the speaker. Yeah, as a combo set.
Oh, it was a husband. Okay, yeah. But yeah, like because sometimes it was just so it was just a great atmosphere
Yeah.
at her. So thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
Do you think there's anything more to that, or do you think that's it?
I don't know. He went on to like the other woman and she has her
Okay.
answer. So
Okay.
yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
The
The bathroom.
The bathroom.
I do feel to your credit, Emily, I do feel like Family Feud these days is trying to like kind of be a little bit risque with their questions and like,
So you can have clips, like have funny clips for Twitter and Instagram.
so I understand why you'd answer that way.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's funny that it wasn't like it was the top 4 answers. I thought it might be like 3 or 4, like not like the best answer, but like, yeah, it's a decent answer. That's a big old X. Oh, that's great.
Okay, let's listen to one more.
Okay.
Hey, this is Rachel, and I'm calling to declare myself the official nurse practitioner of the Ghostrunners podcast.
wow.
We needed one.
Whenever you guys talk about medical topics, I just feel like there might be a deficit of knowledge there.
Oh, no.
And sometimes that's annoying, but most of the time it's just entertaining. So if you guys have questions that you want to ask, let me know.
Inside of a whale.
Maybe help you out.
How much liquid?
My question to you would be, you know the song Staying Alive? That's the song they teach us to do CPR to.
First I was afraid.
I was
It's just
petrified.
dated and, kind of old, and I'm looking for something fresh. So do you guys have any suggestions for new songs that we could use to do CPR to?
That's a fun question.
Okay, thanks. Like the pod. Bye.
First reaction. Have not thought about this for more than 2 seconds, I promise. Get Lucky by Pharrell. You know that song?
Well, hold on. I mean, I think what's fun about Staying Alive is like not only is it the right rhythm, but it's also about staying alive. That song's about like I'm up all night to get lucky.
I did not even think about the double meaning of staying alive.
Oh, see, I was going the route.
I was thinking the beat.
Oh, okay. You go beat, I'll go lyrics. This actually does describe like who we are though to a T. Like I'm more like, what is it saying?
Yeah.
You're like, no, it should be like, we're trying to save this person. Who cares about the words?
Right. You're thinking POD alive.
Okay, close.
I feel so alive.
You're like, how do I pump to this?
For the very first time. I can't deny you. I feel so alive. And you're like, see CPR.
All right, try to pump to this song, Brad, because I think the lyrics would be good. All right. No, not yet. Music is starting. Get the microphone down there too. I want them to hear it.
Okay, great.
Good. Ready? Wake me up inside. I can't wait. Wake me up and save me. How did the beat feel on that? Would you save him?
That was pretty good, actually.
That was pretty good?
Like, because do that, and then right when you get done with Save Me, I'll do Staying Alive. Okay? This is a mashup. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wake me up inside. Can't wait. Wake me up and save me. Staying alive. Now do it with me. Wake me up inside. Can't wait. Wake me up and save me. Save me from the dark. That's perfect.
Any opportunity for me to sing, I always like it. I always welcome it.
And that's been the Ghostrunners mashup portion. That's
pretty
the
good
answer.
right there.
Yeah, I think Get Lucky or Wake Me Up by Evanescence or Bring Me to Life, whatever it's called.
But definitely, I mean, make it a mashup. Don't just do one.
Yeah, get Tiesto on the track.
Kind of surprise to people. That was a good answer right there for not prepping any voice memos.
That was perfect.
That was great. Okay, let's get on to our review of the week. Once again, Apple Podcast stinks. How have they not fixed this? Trey and I talk about this all the time.
It's kind of amazing.
How is someone at Apple not fired? Maybe they're all fired and that's why it's not working.
Like if anything, just go back to what you were doing before.
Yeah, they're trying to, just revert.
Yeah, revert and then,
Command Z.
Do something in beta to somebody else.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So
there is one person, I don't know if this is like a brand new review or if they edited it. Okay. But this is my review of the week.
Okay.
From Night at the Museum 3 Lover. Night at the Museum 3. They loved number 3. Her name's Ellie. Title of the review is Yes. I decided to write this review after my mom said she met a pickleball champion and I thought Jake and Brad. Also, I had a dream that I was Jake and I had an ugly dog.
Huh.
Does that mean what I think it means? These guys are the bomb. They're so funny. I'm constantly listening to it and laugh out loud with my headphones while my sisters just stare at me and think I'm insane. They're filled with inside jokes, which I love. They have had a very good sound quality since the beginning. That's nice. That's all Jake. Good job, Jake.
Thank you, Night Museum 3 Lover.
If you're looking for a funny podcast, listen. If you're looking for a podcast with two friends talking, listen. If you're into sports, listen. If you want to hear good jingles, listen. If you want to hear pickleball talk, listen. Or just don't listen and miss out on a fun life. Bye-bye. P.S. Jake, I did not know that someone loved The Prince of Egypt as much as me and my whole family. We're watching it right now. That's wild.
Little POE, little O Sky. Could be a good night for you guys. Watch them both. Uh-oh. Moses' leg stand is... Oh, Moses. I'm going to start saying that as an exclamation. Oh, Moses.
Oh, Moses.
Oh, Moses.
Anyway, thank you, Ellie, and Night at Museum 3.
Thank you, Ellie. I'm going to go to a YouTube comment. This one isn't necessarily lengthy like most reviews, but I liked it. From Sadie Edwards. She said, at first I thought it was a laugh track. This is from last week's episode with the live studio audience.
Oh, yeah.
At first I thought it was a laugh track. I'm so dumb. Hot dog. It's like very different thoughts.
Yeah.
Hot dog. I'm so dumb, huh?
I did love that. Like we had like direct like feedback right there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I was like showing Trey. He's like, that's pretty sweet. That would be like fun to do. I was like, it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so much fun. So thank you guys for coming.
Thank you guys for tuning. Okay, Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
You know, I would like to end this with a jingle. Dun, 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 dun,
Savage love. There it is again.
Keep savage. Keep savage in love. Keep savage. That's it, right?
Almost.
Leona Lewis, right?
Do you know, fun fact, Jesse McCartney wrote that song.
Jesse McCartney?
Yeah.
Really?
He wrote that song.
That's fun.
It's one of my favorite fun facts that involves pop music from 2009.
Cool.
Thanks. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
It takes like 2 seconds to start. So you're going to be like, so I started. I don't know why it hasn't played yet.
Thank you.
Yeah! We have been the Ghostrunners Podcast. Spokane. Have a great night. See you at Denny's at 3. Oh, thanks,
dude,
guys.
Emily Schmidt. Well written, Brad. Well performed.
Send me some jingles, guys. It's fun.
Send us some jingles. Episode 110. Look at us.
Look
Went
at
to bed
us.
at 7 a.m. this morning. No problem.
No
You built
problem.
a fence all weekend. No
No problem.
Doing this part-time. No problem. We're
Ain't
making
no
it
problem.
happen.
Ain't no problem.
It'll be up by midnight.
Ain't no problem. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Let's hope so.
It's out. It's out now. It's all that matters. It's out now, baby.
Yeah, you're there.
Thank you guys for listening. Check us out on Patreon. We got so much basketball footage there. Hopefully, I'm so behind on like Trey Kennedy editing that I'm I need to do basketball stuff at some point, because if I post a basketball edit 2 months from now, I don't know if people are going to care as much. Like, it'd be more fun to post it soon.
That's true, but our fans are so great that they might just be
Maybe
fine
they don't
with
care.
it. Yeah.
So, I want to get some stuff posted soon. But yeah, check out Patreon. We'll have Isaac recreate the stair falling, and then we've always got new T-shirts up on the website, Ghostrunners.live. So check out and see what's up there
Father's
now.
Day's coming. We got some Father's Day stuff.
Big Daddy.
Oh yeah, hit it one time.
So Scott, Sel, thank you for joining us this week. And
You bet, baby. That's what he'd say. You bet, baby.
You bet, baby. Thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it.
Yep, you guys are the best. Love you guys.
See you guys at the Ghostrunners Olympiad. Doodle poll.